In this video, I'll tell you how to increase your chances of getting giant crystals and mine a mountain, which bombs and runes are worth using, and how to build a setup focused on finding the biggest crystals possible. Subscribe, like and hype if you want to get this and more Roblox guides and enter giveaways. Watch till the end to understand this guide well. Before you start spending money on expensive bombs, one of the first things you should work on is your carry weight. A good target is at least around 35,000 kilograms. Giant crystals can be extremely heavy, so even if you manage to spawn a massive one, it will not help much if your character cannot actually pick it up. Because of that, keep upgrading carry weight as you progress and try to prepare your character before going all in on this farm. Once your carry weight is high enough, you can start focusing more on the crystals themselves. Luck and mutations are both important because they affect how valuable the crystals can become. As an example, a crystal might have around 31% base luck, and something like the poison mutation can raise that value to roughly 59 to 65%. This is why you should not only look at crystal size. Mutations can make a big difference as well, especially when you manage to combine a large crystal with a good effect. Weather events are another thing you should pay attention to while mining. Different weather events can give crystals much better luck, so when one is active, that can be a really good moment to start using your stronger setup and spend more time farming. You can also get good mutations from normal mining during these events, which means you do not always need a specific poison bomb just to have a chance at a useful mutation. Server choice matters too. If you have access to a private server, it is much easier to farm at your own pace because you do not have to worry about another player taking the crystals from your explosion. On a public server, you should be ready to collect everything as soon as your bomb goes off. If you leave valuable crystals sitting around, somebody else may simply grab them first. Now for the bombs. One of the most important options for giant crystal farming is the Icony bomb. The reason this bomb is so useful is that it creates a large explosion area with plenty of bigger crystals, including sizes that are normally much harder to come across through regular mining. Because of that, you should keep an eye on the stock and have money prepared before the bomb appears. Icony bomb can sometimes be available in multiple copies during a restock, so if you know you want to do a bigger farming session, buying several when they show up can save you from waiting for another restock later. The bomb itself is only part of the setup though. Runes are what let you push the farm even further by improving how the explosion works and how many useful crystals you can get from it. Excavator rune increases the explosion size by 30%. That means your bomb can cover a larger section of rock, which is especially useful when you place it inside a thick part of the mountain. Preservation rune slows down how quickly your runes are consumed, letting you keep their effects active for longer instead of burning through them too fast. Detonation rune increases the number of crystals that appear by 40%. So this one is great if your goal is simply getting more chances from every explosion. Then there is Colossus rune, which gives a 68% chance to increase the size of your crystals. If you are specifically chasing giant crystals, that effect is obviously one of the main things you want in your setup. So rather than throwing down a powerful bomb with no preparation, combining it with the right runes gives you much better use out of every expensive attempt. Agony bombs are another strong option, but buying them directly with Robux can get expensive really fast. If you do not want to spend that much, you can instead rely on the restock system and wait until they appear for purchase again. It takes more patience, but it is a much better option if you want to keep farming without constantly paying Robux for bombs. Poison bombs are useful if you specifically want the poison mutation, but remember that weather events can also give you access to stronger mutations through normal mining. That means it is worth watching what is happening in the server instead of immediately using every special bomb you own. Placement is also really important. Do not waste your expensive bombs in thin layers of rock where a big part of the explosion has nothing useful to hit. Try to place them inside thicker sections of the mountain, especially higher up where you can take advantage of a much larger amount of rock around the blast. The more useful area your explosion can cover, the better the setup is for creating a large amount of crystals and giving yourself more chances at giant ones. When you are using agony bombs, you should also think about how you combine your runes and when you detonate multiple bombs. The goal is to make every expensive bomb count instead of just placing them randomly. If you can create several strong explosions while your useful rune effects are active, you can maximize the total number of crystals you get from that farming session. So the whole giant crystal method is really about preparing everything before you start blowing up the mountain. Get your carry weight to around 35,000 kilograms or higher so you can actually collect the huge crystals you find. Watch for weather events because they can improve luck and help with mutations. Use a private server if you want a safer grind, or collect your drops immediately on public servers. Save money for Icony bombs and other strong bombs when they appear in stock, then combine them with Excavator, Preservation, Detonation, and Colossus runes. Finally, place your expensive bombs in thick sections of rock where the explosion can actually do the most work. If you follow that setup, you are giving yourself much better chances of finding bigger crystals instead of just mining randomly and hoping a giant crystal eventually shows up.